War, inflation, collapsing economies. The financial world is in freefall, and in the center of the storm stands Bitcoin. Is it the digital safe haven we've been promised, or just another risky bet in a system on fire? Welcome to the most important crypto conversation of 2025. This is Bitcoin's breaking point. The year 2025 kicked off like a financial horror film. Multiple regional conflicts erupted, oil prices spiked, and inflation crushed economies from Europe to Latin America. The US dollar was strong on paper, but everything, from food to rent, was up 40%. Central banks scrambled to raise rates, real estate markets froze, bank collapses returned, and amid all the chaos, Bitcoin's price danced like a lightning storm. One day it plunged to $48,000. Another, it roared back above $75,000. Retail panicked. Institutions watched. This wasn't a dip. This was a stress test. Bitcoin didn't behave like gold. It didn't give you that slow, steady rise. It gave you adrenaline, liquidation wicks, whiplash. In March, a sudden dump liquidated over $1 billion in long positions. In April, a US regional bank failed. Bitcoin jumped 15% in a day. By May, ETFs had scooped up tens of thousands of BTC, quietly stacking through the chaos. This was no ordinary bear market. It was Bitcoin being redefined in the eyes of global capital. Gold did what it always does in crisis: hold its ground. Bitcoin? It did something different. It fought. Gold is slow, physical, and accepted by every banker in the world. Bitcoin is fast, digital, and still feared by half of Wall Street. But here's the twist. While gold sat in vaults, Bitcoin moved. People fleeing collapsing currencies in Nigeria, Argentina, and Ukraine used it to survive. This wasn't just a debate. It was a real-time experiment in global flight to safety. In response to the 2025 meltdown, the Federal Reserve did what it always does: print more money. Emergency stimulus, corporate bailouts, rate cuts whiplashed from 6% to 3% in a matter of weeks. Debt soared, inflation reignited, and while fiat crumbled, Bitcoin held one unbreakable truth. Only 21 million will ever exist. No bailout, no banker, no central switch. This fixed supply narrative became more than a meme. It became a lifeline for people watching their savings erode in real time. Fear is louder than logic. As prices plunged in Q1, retail holders panicked. Crypto Twitter screamed, "It's over." Thousands sold at losses. But quietly, BlackRock didn't sell, neither did Fidelity, or sovereign funds in Asia and the Middle East. They bought, in silence, with conviction. They didn't buy hype, they bought infrastructure. When fear rules the retail mindset, institutions feast on the discount. And that's exactly what 2025 revealed. Bitcoin is no longer retail's toy, it's becoming Wall Street's chess piece. Let's zoom out. This isn't just about charts or headlines. It's about survival. A Ukrainian dev fled Kyiv with $200K in BTC on a cold wallet. A woman in Gaza received BTC donations while banks in the region went dark. Argentinians, facing 300% inflation, used USDT and BTC for daily life. Bitcoin isn't perfect, but it's available when nothing else is. Try crossing a border with gold. Try wiring $10K from a war zone. Bitcoin is the tool of the stateless, the exiled, the sovereign individual. 2025 brought back the old enemies of Bitcoin. Senators screamed about energy usage. ESG pundits demanded mining bans. The EU explored a digital euro. China rolled out tighter CBDC controls. And yet, Bitcoin marched on. Why? Because for every regulation written, a decentralized node was spun up. For every anti-BTC speech, a new user downloaded Phoenix or Moon. Bitcoin's greatest strength is that no one controls it, which also makes it a threat to every regime trying to keep you dependent. Despite volatility, despite panic, despite endless critics, Bitcoin proved one thing in 2025: it's not going away. From real estate to remittances, from cross-border payments to smart contract scaling via Layer 2S, Bitcoin is becoming infrastructure. And as fiat systems grow weaker, people are choosing systems that don't lie, don't inflate, and don't beg for trust. So, what does this mean for you? It means you need to get educated, get sovereign, and stop trusting a system that's already on fire. Download a wallet, start stacking SATs, and learn the tools of freedom while you still can. Because the next meltdown won't come with a warning. But Bitcoin, it'll still be there. Subscribe to Web3. Exclusive for more in-depth breakdowns, market guides, and the truth about crypto the mainstream won't show you.